Hello friends, this is Gina back. It's been a while, but I wanted to show you a home decor project that I made using one of these big W's, and it came, I showed you the back of it. It came all wood and I just covered it with gesso, and there I am showing you. And now I'm just going to use some of this, I think it's Plaid, the brand, some purple paint, and I'm going to color the whole W. Yeah, I'm just mixing it with a giant popsicle stick, craft stick, and just using one of my brushes to brush it on. So this does take a couple of coats, and I will do one coat on here, I think, and then I'll let it dry, and then I'll do it again off camera. And I do apologize, the very end it doesn't show like the whole process that I did, but you'll get the gist of it. I added some stuff after, and I don't know what happened to that video. So anyway, I have 90% of it, so I hope it's okay with you guys. So here I am just brushing it on, and I just wanted this as a home decor item for our basement, like going down into the basement. There's a wall there, so I thought it would look cute there. And I used my one of my favorite colors, purple, to color the background. And you'll see, those are the flowers that I'm using. And I'm trying to pick out, that's all I have for flower stuff. But I had bought those quite a while ago at an expo from Mon Ami Gabi. Really pretty, and of course I got purple, so I'm going to be using those for my my project today. So then I decided to, of course, get all of it. I just wanted a little bit of it to dry before I started moving it around. I don't think on mine I did the back, because I figured, you know, it's going to be hanging up. It's not like I'm going to be selling it at a craft fair or anything. So I just left the back, I believe. Or maybe I coated it with white. I can't remember. But I think that gesso really helped, because I didn't know if it was treated wood or not, or if it would just soak in the, you know, the paint would just suck into it. So I just went ahead and put a coat of gesso just to be on the safe side. And it seemed like it worked fine. So, I know, I'm sorry, this is kind of boring. And I have it at 4 times the speed, but... And I was going kind of quick. It's not like I went super duper slow. And... yeah, I'm trying to do the other sides. And the paint is quite old, so if you see I took off a little chunk that was dried. And I'm at the bottom of the barrel with that. So I went ahead and did that. I got a couple coats, and then I waited for it to dry. Then I decided to get some perfect pearls and splatter all over. I'm not going to love this because it doesn't really go with the flowers and stuff. But by the end it's going to look good. And then I wanted to add some of that purple. It's, what is it called? It's an old brand. Oh, it's Tattered Angels. Yeah, I got some of that purple, and it ended up running because my table is slanted. It's like one of those like architect style that you could lift it so that way like I won't get a glare and I could see better and stuff like that, because I do sit and scrap. So yeah, everything was dripping, so I didn't like that. So I'll end up fixing it. And that's my craft mat. It's nice and dirty when I do messy stuff. And it's like that because I warped it. I was dumb and used a heat tool. I didn't pay attention what my background was. Anyway, I'm going to be using some of those butterflies too. I don't know if I get to show you or if that was at the end of the video that I, you know, lost. But then I decided to get another, back to the W. I decided to get another purple color. And I just sprayed it on. I didn't bother splattering. Heating up my glue gun there. And then those are the flowers I'm going to use. And some of them aren't quite the right color, so I will be altering the color of some of them to give my craft project a little variety. So I pulled out my heat tool because I didn't want to wait for everything to dry. Well, not everything, the mist. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to decorate it. I've never done this before, so I'm like, okay, I gotta play with it. So those come bunched together, and I ended up cutting them apart. And those butterflies I also got at one of the expos. Aren't they pretty? And then I just had some of that extra stuff you could add. I'm trying to figure out what to do because I've never done anything like this before. So I think I want to add something to the background. I'm trying to kind of fix it because I don't like how it's all splotchy. I didn't really think the perfect pearls would be so, you know, like stand out so much. But yeah, it's really good stuff on dark paper, on dark colors. So I'm like, oh, should I spray more? And then, but it didn't really cover the white from the perfect pearls. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. So what I end up doing, I'm sorry, I'm just doing the videos making my voice go. I decided to just get some gesso and just brush it on there with one of those cheapy foam brushes because I have a million of them. And just, you know, dotting some color all over. And I'm going to end up mixing it or spreading it. Yeah, don't worry, that will not stay like that. So yeah, I ended up adding a little bit of a different purple color, and because I told you I ran out of paint, so I just you know, added some more color to it, and it kind of blended everything together, and I like that more. And it is kind of a little bit dimensional, I think, with the layers, but you can't really see everything too much, just, you know, here and there. So I think that's a better background for my project, so we're gonna go with this. So then I decide, wow, it's really plain, what can I do? So then I went into my stencils, and I had got some, I think, from Dollar Tree. They're going to be the ultimate ones that I choose, and they're sticky, which I thought was a good idea. But I mean, Dollar Tree's awesome, but, you know, these were super duper flimsy, so they were a little bit difficult to work with. So when I found, yeah, that's what I was doing, going to get my stencils. I was trying to figure out what to use. And then I saw those butterflies. I'm like, oh, perfect. Home decor and butterflies. So I'm using some of that Heidi Swap silver. What is it called? Paste? Embossing paste? Yeah, Heidi Swap. It's called Art Screen Ink. That's like, I'm using it like the embossing. Not embossing. Texture paste. That's what I'm using it like. So I was going to spray some more. I'm like, you know what? Let me not, because I don't want to mess it up again. So, yeah. So yep, I'm just mixing that gray, not mixing it. I'm getting that gray in that little container. And I am cutting it out, just the pieces that I want to use. And I'm going to just spread it around the layout. Or not spread it. Put the stencils, you know, just going to run the paste through the stencils around the my project. And I was kind of practicing because I'm not good at stenciling either. But, you know, it's easy. I figured it out. It works just fine whether you're an expert or not. So I was just trying to make sure it got everywhere, and then scooping out the extra. So see, doesn't that look pretty? And I kind of messed up, but I'll be covering stuff up later with flowers and stuff like that, so I wasn't too worried. So I'm just going to do that with with that one. I do a few and then I use one of the smaller stencils. Of course I need more, but I don't want to waste, so I just get a little bit at a time. But I really like it, the purple on this, the silver on the purple. Looks pretty. I don't know, it might be kind of hard to see. Well, maybe it was a big deal because it kind of bothered me that I got so much out of the line. Anyway, I'm using some more of those butterflies. Like I said, they're sticky, which is good when you're, sorry, I'm out of screen there. It's perfect when you're needing it to stick, but then see how flimsy it is when you try to pick it up? You gotta be really careful, and to clean it too, so yeah, I had to be careful with these. And I've never done these kinds of projects before. They're really fun. See, and I don't know, I might have thrown it away. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe I just put them on the side to wash them later. But anyway, yeah, I think that is what I did. So I took some of those flowers. They were just that really light purple, and I went ahead and used a mist to color them. So now I'm setting them aside so they could dry. Because like I said, I wanted a variety. I have that dark purple, the light purple, and that's what that color turned out to be from the mist. I think it's cute. I did some little and some big ones, small and large ones, and then I'm going to mix it up. Then I'm using just some old scissors to cut off the wire that's on the back of those, because yeah, because I cut them all apart. So I just wanted to show you. And I had to start my program, of course. And this took a while. It wasn't just like a one sitting kind of thing. So, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to put where? And sorry you can't see that top cluster. I will move it late. There you go. I did. I moved it. To see how I wanted it to look. And you see I'm just cutting them apart. And they are wires, so I didn't want to use my good scissors. So there's my glue gun. I'm trying to put it in a place where I could get to it quick and then, you know, glue everything down and try not to burn myself, which doesn't work very often. I burn myself a lot. I don't know why. You'd think I'd know by now. But anyway, just bunching them, and I'm going to do it in a few areas, and then at the end you'll see I'm going to add some random flowers just around. So I'm trying to tuck, not really tuck, but layer on top of, just so it looks like a big cluster of flowers. And by the way, I did wait a while for that texture paste to dry. And that's just a cheapy glue gun, not, you know, anything fancy at all. So yeah, I'm like, okay, will the butterfly go good there? Sure. Those are pretty glitter butterflies. I don't know if I'd want them on a layout because they're kind of dimensional, but they're great on these kinds of projects. And I did cut off the back. There was like a thick wire piece where they made it. So I just kind of chopped off a lot of the extra. So sorry, my crazy hair. And it is in a ponytail. I don't know why it's so wild. But anyway, you're not supposed to see my head, right? Alright, so I pretty much covered that whole corner of the W. And then I'm going to put a couple more clusters, one in the middle, and then one on the bottom. right. So, oh, I think I'm trying to pick out the glue, the straight glue strands. And then I saw those little bitty flowers. I'm like, oh, maybe I could add those. And then it's like, eh. It has like a little rhinestone inside. I think I got from that same place, Monami Gabi place. So, and I'm just trying to make it look a little more interesting and not just all plain purple. Like a little, yeah, that little flower gave a little bling pop to that little section. So there's where I'm putting my next one, because remember I messed up there. So I decided, let me put a cluster here. And I have a problem covering things up, like the pretty butterflies that I did and stuff. I'm not used to covering things up. I like to actually see it, so it's kind of hard to do that. And I didn't go too much on this one, just mostly where I messed up, smeared it. I'm sorry, I guess I should have sped this up a little more. But yeah, you're not going to see all of this, of what I do. Like I say, I lost the last piece. But I do have pictures at the end, and I do end up adding, like I said, some sporadic flowers. And then I did add some sequins to it as well. It's not a specific brand. Like I get mine wherever, like at the Expo and at the Dollar Tree. I just, you know, just everywhere, nowhere specific that I get my, did I say rhinestones? I meant sequins. I don't know if I said sequins or not. But yeah, so I get them just anywhere if the colors are pretty. Oh, I think it's the left. On the left bottom. The bottom left is where I do another cluster with that messed up piece right there. Could be. But yeah, it was really fun just to play and glue, and it's entertaining. I was watching TV. It's kind of a mindless thing once you know what you want to do. So I am planning on getting back in the groove of things with my scrapbook videos, so hopefully, you know, I'll be doing that soon. Because that is my fave. This is fun once in a while, but I don't think I could do this like every day. It's a big project, but I love the way it turned out. It looks gorgeous, I think. So I'm just cutting off more flowers. I'm going to do that bottom corner. And I think I'm going to cover up that whole corner and redo the stenciling. And I probably won't do that on screen. Not quite sure. Probably not. I'm going to have to go back and add one because I'm covering the whole thing. See? Well, that's okay. I didn't mind. And I have a problem with empty space. It's like, I don't know. I see space and I gotta fill it up with something. So maybe I should work on that. I'm just a busy crafter, scrapper person, I guess. I like everything. I like a lot of stuff. So I think that's about it. And then, you know, I'm going to add a couple more butterflies to the other sections. What am I doing? Oh, coloring some more flowers. But I couldn't wait, so I just started to put them on. Didn't wait for them to dry too much. I think I missed a little bit on them, not the whole flower. I'm sorry if this is too boring for you. Maybe I should have sped it up to 8. That's my only other choice. Either 4 or 8 or 2. So there's another one of the blingy flowers. Just nestling it in there. yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, so I get the, maybe I do show you the butterflies. Perfect. And I kind of did it like I do scrapbooking. I put things in threes, so I put, you know, one of the rhinestones in each cluster. I have 3 clusters. And there's my sequins. I just keep them in those containers so they don't, you know, spill out. I'm just trying to figure out what colors I want. And I was not going to make you watch me glue them down. But you'll see with the close-ups or the pictures of what I actually do. Or what else I add, rather, with the flowers and stuff like that. Because I think I left after I glued them down and came back. Yeah, I had to. That's how I lost the video. So there I am contemplating doing another cluster because it's too bare up there. And it looks prettier in person. The pictures don't really, you know, do it justice, or this, me recording it. But it looks much nicer in person. So where you see those splatter things, I do end up covering them. Yeah, the imperfections I end up covering with something. So I think we're just about done. No more fussing around, adding little things. It's like, yeah, that's good. And then just adding a couple more things. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So just take a look at the stills. You'll see what I added, a couple of those sporadic flowers and stuff like that with the sequins. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.